Commerce Guild. All right. Cannot thank you all enough during this craziness of 1 minute we're wet, 1 minute we're hot. Now we're gonna just wait and see what happens today. But several things that have been going on, and I know Cassie, she's been holding down the fort from multiple arenas. So I know that she'll have several updates for us. But to get things started, how about everyone just introduce themselves and give us a little bit who you are and who you represent. At the end of the meeting, we will have some shameless promotions for anyone who has special activities or promotions going on. So I will let Amy, since she's got the masterboard, start with the introductions. I know you're in there somewhere, Amy.
Sorry, I had my mic muted.
That's all.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Amy Fuskapour, and I help with all the media things for the Highland Commerce Guild. And so we're going to start first with, I'll just go down the row of people that I see. How about John Williams? Can you introduce yourself for everyone?
I can if I can figure out how to unmute myself. Hey, everybody. My name's John Williams, and just a little bit to tell you why I'm on here. I was hired at Highland Middle School to build a football program there, and if we can get the football program up and going, this will be the first time in several years that Highland has been able to offer every single sport that they're allowed to have. But anyway, what I want to do, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build up a community partnership with different businesses and within the Highlands, and try to build a community partnership between the football team and the community. And so anyway, that's all I'm doing here right now. Just trying to meet people and see where we can go from here. And just sit down, maybe talk to some different individuals and see what we can do. So, I'm glad I got here because I talked to our councilwoman, her secretary, and she gave me your all's Zoom link, so y'all can blame her. But anyway, that's who I am. That's what I'm doing, and I'm just here listening for right now and trying to get some contact information.
Wonderful. Amy, your mic is off.
Sorry about that. Okay, next we have Ray Brundige. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Ray?
Hi, I'm Ray Brundige, and I am with the Tyler Park Neighborhood Association. I sit in on these. Really don't have business, I'm retired, but I do listen with interest.
I can't hear him.
Okay. Hello, Rhonda. This is Ray Brundige. I'm with the Tyler Park Neighborhood Association. To let you know, my laptop is where I route my communications for these Zoom meetings, and it's on a shelf above my working desk. So when I will actually be here, but every once in a while I'll raise my hand. Otherwise, I'm camera shy.
Okay, thank you, Ray. Okay, next, we have Deborah. Good morning,
oops.
Deborah.
Oops, sorry. Oh, there I am. Deborah Harlan, Bonnie Castle board. I'm really sort of sitting in to hear the details of the John Warmack Memorial. I worked with John for many, many years on the Bardstown Road overlay. That's my expertise. 30 years is enough, I guess. So I was interested in seeing how that was coming along through Nick.
Okay, thanks, Deborah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next we have Nick Morris with the Highland Commerce Guild. Nick? I don't think he heard me. Nick, are you there?
Good morning, Nick Morris.
store and also Highland Commerce Guild board member. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Thanks, Nick. And we'll hear from him a little bit later as well on the memorial. And next we have Larry Williams. Larry?
Good morning. I'm Larry Williams. I am a trustee of the Cherokee Triangle Association, and I'm a commercial real estate broker in most of my days.
Okay, thanks, Larry. Welcome. Okay, next is Mark Abrams with the Highland Commerce Guild.
Good morning, I'm Mark Abrams, and I am the treasurer of the Highland Commerce Guild.
Okay, thanks, Mark. And now we have Raymond. Raymond, are you there?
Yes, good morning. I'm Raymond Smith, and I'm with Park Community Credit Union. I think that you'll be hearing a little bit from me a little later, and so I'll save that to the end.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. Next, we have Tom Safura.
I'm Tom Safura, and I run the Coffee News, and I'm also in charge of the Highlands map, which is sponsored by the Highland Commerce Guild, and I'm a board member. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Tom. And next is Adema Perez. Adema, are you there?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Adema Perez. I'm with Park Community Credit Union on Douglas Loop. So if you need anything, come and see me. Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you. And next we have Cassie Chambers Armstrong. Cassie?
Hi, folks. I'm the District 8 Metro Council representative, and I think Aaron has me on the agenda later for an update, so I'll save it for then.
Okay, wonderful, thank you. And next we have John Straub.
Good morning, everyone. My name is John Straub with the Better Business Bureau, and it's a pleasure being with this organization this morning. Look forward to hearing all the topics we have to discuss today.
Okay, thank you. And next, I think it's Karen. Is it Kay Finlinson?
Yes, good morning. Karen Finlinson with Park Community Credit Union. Great to be here this morning. I'm Director of Business Development, and I provide business loans and business accounts and services in Louisville, Southern Indiana, and the Bluegrass area. Former Highland Commerce Board member, and glad to be with you all this morning. Welcome.
Thank you.
Finlinson. Thanks.
Thank you, Karen. Okay, next we have Mary Ellen Cassidy. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Mary Ellen Cassidy with the Upper Highlands Neighborhood Association. Just wanted to say hello. I'm also on the District 8 Advisory Council, and I want to have a little bit of a update a little bit later on another cleanup for the Highlands area.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. And next is Michael OBryan.
I'm Michael Bryan. I'm president of the Musicians Union. Our office is at Bardstown Road and Eastern Parkway, so I'm here just to see what's happening in the neighborhood.
Okay, thank you. And next is Nancy Chazen. Nancy?
Good morning. Apologies. I've got to run to a last-minute meeting, but great timing for the introduction. I'm Nancy Chazen. I'm the Executive Director of National Council of Jewish Women. We own and operate the Nearly New Shop in Mid-City Mall, and I'm also Highlands Commerce Guild board member. And again, apologies. I've got to try to pick this up in the car.
Okay, thanks, Nancy. Okay, next we have Reanna Smith-Hamblin. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Reanna Smith-Hamblin. I'm the president and CEO of the Better Business Bureau here in Louisville. We serve Southern Indiana, Western Kentucky, and of course, locally here in Louisville. Just wanting to network with everyone, get to know everyone. You know, it's been kind of a slow year with COVID and everything, and I'm happy to start seeing some faces and looking forward to getting more in person in the future too.
Okay, thank you so much. And next we have Rhonda Poston. Good morning, Rhonda.
Good morning. My name is Rhonda Poston, and I'm with Anytime Waste Systems. We are the only locally owned garbage and recycling company in the Louisville metro area. And since there's two BB&B people on the call, I want to do some shameless promotion in that my my nonprofit, the Louisville Regional Science and Engineering Fair, we got our BBB accreditation on Monday. Woohoo! So thanks for having me.
Well, congratulations on that. And last is Victor Rowe. Good morning, Victor.
Hi, good morning, everyone. It's Victor Rowe, PNC Bank. And while I have just a moment, I want to say hi to my good friend, Raymond Smith. So hi, Raymond, welcome to the Highland Commerce meeting.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, everyone. And let's, I'm going to go back to Aaron and he'll start the meeting.
Well, Aaron Gavan and a broker, real estate broker, Gavan Mitchell Realtors. We do commercial and residential real estate. And really want to thank in Major.
I think your mic's was frozen, Aaron. You're okay now.
Are you with us, Major? Hello?
Yes, I'm here. There we go. I couldn't hear
I
you
know.
there.
I feel like saying, throw me a lifeline. I mean, it's not you. It's just Zooming. It's never been, electronics and Gavan never get along, no matter what I do. But I'm grounded. I use a copper wire out to the outdoor just to try to, make it neutral. Well, Major, I know you've been through a very difficult and challenging time from Derby to just constant changes being made. But give us an update on where you're at and what's going on in the Highlands.
Well, the Highlands are still doing pretty good. From the police standpoint, the two biggest problems are cars getting broken into, mainly unlocked cars, and people stealing cars. And that is coming from what we call car hoppers, folks that just like to get into a car, drive it around for a while, and then dump it somewhere. And what we're seeing almost exclusively is cars being unlocked and keys being left inside, or making that quick run into the store while leaving your car running at the gas station. So lock your cars. Don't leave them running. In fact, we had a string back in April of 18 cars stolen in a row. They were all unlocked rather, with the keys left inside, or the key fob. People forget that they leave that extra key fob inside their car. They go into a store, they go run an errand, and they forget that key fob leaves the car unlocked, and it's easy to steal. So please be mindful of your belongings and your vehicles, and keep things locked up. The second thing is basically traffic enforcement. We have been directing as much resources as I can to writing tickets and pulling people over on Bardstown Road, running red lights, speeding, loud cars, that kind of thing. I don't have a lot of resources to dedicate to that. I just don't have the officers anymore to say full time we're gonna enforce traffic laws. But we're doing the best we can, and we're getting some success. So we're going to keep that up. The big news, I guess, especially from the business side, is the bars are opening back up. So that will start this weekend. They'll be allowed to stay open until 4 a.m. So that you all know, we met with most of the bar owners on Tuesday evening. We had them all together in the division. We talked to them. We let them know what we can do, some of the things for them to look out for safety-wise. Just anecdotally, there's some movement to voluntarily close the bars at 3 a.m. instead of 4. I think that's more for the bars and the restaurants to wrap things up a little earlier. They're not as inclined to have that clientele that likes to show up at 3 a.m. They know that that's kind of problematic for themselves and for each other. So it sounds like they're going to try to wrap things up a little bit earlier than they have in the past, and that should help with their safety, and it should help with the the crime issue as well. Other than that, we're not seeing a lot of bad stuff. There was a shooting on Bardstown at Big Bar a couple weeks ago that seems to be wrapping up. I don't think it was it wasn't like a random act. It was probably a bad drug deal that went south. So that was kind of an isolated. It didn't have anything to do with the bar. It didn't have anything to do with any business around there. It was just a one-on-one drug deal that probably went south, and looks like we're going to wrap that up here pretty soon. Other than that, things are looking pretty good. The Highlands are still very safe compared to the rest of the city. We're very happy about that, and we're going to try to keep that up. And if anybody has any questions, I'll stay on for a while.
Thank you, Major. I know with the multiple layers you go through, I cannot thank you enough for taking the time to tune in with us.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, I know that the park system's been in the news and there's several things coming up. I think Cassie's got some positive things happening as well. So how about bringing us up to date, Cassie?
Yeah, first off, I'm gonna build on something Major Grissom said. We will never have enough people to be able to do all of the traffic enforcement that we need. And we know that, I mean, when people run red lights by daycares, it's just a matter of time until a pedestrian gets hit. We've seen it happen in the Highlands before. I am beginning the process of working with a coalition, a bipartisan coalition of Democrats, Republicans at both the local and the state level to advocate for changes in the state law so we can do some more automatic enforcement at key intersections, which means we could have a camera on a red light that would send someone an automatic ticket when they run those really problematic ones, like the one by the loop or by St. Paul's Church that, you know, has the daycares right there. So I'm asking you, reach out to your state House folks and your state Senate folks and tell them that you are interested in giving local governments the ability to decide whether or not they would like to use some of these automatic enforcement tools. Doesn't mean we have to put them everywhere, doesn't mean we have to use all of them, but would let folks like Major Grissom and me sit down and decide, should we have a red light camera at this really problematic intersection? Should we have a speeding camera somewhere? And at least give us the ability to make those decisions locally, which we cannot do right now. So email the Morgan McGarveys and the Denise Harper Angels and the Mary Lou Marzians and the Lisa Wilners and all of those folks and say, we would like changes to state law to be able to make these decisions locally. It would make Major Grissom's job a lot easier, and it would make my job a lot easier. And it would save us a lot of money in the long run, because it's a lot more expensive to have an officer sitting at all of these intersections all the time than to put in a camera. And quite frankly, it's more expensive to, you know, even be changing the roads and doing all of the built environment stuff that we would need to than to just be able to do have more enforcement options. So did I say anything incorrect there, Major Grissom? Okay, I got a double thumbs up, better than a single thumbs up. So that's my plug for you'll be hearing some more stuff in the news about the bipartisan sort of government group working on this, but always helpful to kind of have folks reaching out in advance. And I see Deborah saying a list of state contacts would be helpful. I can absolutely, I'll put everyone's names and emails in the chat. If you are in the Highlands, if you live in the Highlands, you probably have Morgan McGarvey, Denise Harper Angel, Mary Lou Marzian, or Lisa Wilner. So, but I'll drop that in the chat later. Other stuff. So yesterday, the Parks Department, I'll start with the thing that I think is most divisive and then move to the happier stuff. The Parks Department announced their recommendation related to cars in the park. This is so they're proposing a 3-month trial. I want to be clear that they're proposing, like, let's try this for 3 months and see how it goes, where they're reopening access to all of the amenities so that you can drive up to Hogan's Fountain and then sort of back out. And then there's sort of a back little mini loop where you could drive to Rugby Field and to the different amenities down there, the archery range, that kind of stuff. And the reason that this plan, I will tell you, this was not necessarily my favorite plan. I preferred something that had more of an alternating type schedule, but I was told sort of the resources around that, just in terms of opening and closing gates and all of that would have, they just didn't have the resources to do it. So I'm eager to see how this compromise plan works and what people think of it. the idea was to sort of make sure that people can drive and get to any amenity and still regardless be very close to wherever they would want to be on the loop. So you can have car access to get into the heart of the loop at the different points and be close to all of the things, while still providing, we heard from, people with disabilities that prefer not to have cars in the parks, because we know that people with disabilities, if you have like vision issues or things like that, or sensory issues, lots of kids with autism, vehicles can actually be sort of sensorily overwhelming. So it was really to try to balance the very needs of our community and what the Parks Department was hearing from people. It was really divisive. I'm sure you guys have been following it. And this was the attempt to reach a compromise to meet the needs of everyone. I will tell you, it seems like nobody really loves it, which is sometimes the sign of a good compromise and sometimes the sign that we need to rethink the plan. So I will look forward to hearing from you guys about how it plays out and what you're hearing and what changes need to be made, and if it's working, if it's achieving its goals, if it's not. And we'll have a chance to sort of collect data and then reevaluate in 3 months. Any questions about, I would ask if you just have opinions about cars in the parks, send me an email, give me a call, and we can sort of do that offline. But are there any questions about it? Okay, so.
Yes, ma'am, I got one.
Yes.
When does this plan become effective?
So they had originally told me mid-June, and I will tell you, I told them that it needed to, I wanted at least the Hogan's Fountain area open by June 3rd, because I have heard from a lot of families that want to rent that picnic area. And that's the one part of the park that there is no way to get to easily without automobile access. And it's where a lot of families will rent for like birthday parties and stuff. And I had heard from a lot of people who said like, this is where I want to have my kid's birthday party. And I do think that that could be an ADA issue. So I'm hoping for June 3rd to get that small stretch. The rest of it, I don't know how long it's going to take. They say they need new signage and new temporary striping and things like that. Right now they're saying mid-June. So I think it just depends on how quickly sort of Public Works can get the signage and get everything done.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? Okay. Other stuff that's happening pretty soon, I would say by the end of this week, I'll be circulating a survey on social media around Bardstown Road and walkability stuff. So it's going to have particular crosswalks, particular intersections, and it's going to ask, where do you feel like is sort of the least safe for pedestrians? What intersection are you most concerned about? And we have some funding through the CDC and Smart Growth America for this sort of national program that our district is participating in with local elected officials across the country to do one pedestrian improvement. So, sort of making one crosswalk have flashing lights instead of just the zebra stripes, or there are really interesting things you can do around asphalt art on, you do like these sort of bump outs, but then you can sort of paint art in the bump outs on the street to make it look more interesting. Or there are all sorts of different treatments that you can do. And so it's going to be asking, what are you concerned about and what would you like to see happen there? Take that survey and sort of whatever the community selects as the winner is going to be funded and implemented hopefully this summer. So that's really exciting. A few other things that are happening. I'm really, really excited. From now on, you all, for the next few meetings, you'll see Caitlin here with me. And sometimes you might see Caitlin if I have meetings scheduled and can't make it here. But we have hired an awesome sort of community engagement director is what I'm calling her. Her name is Caitlin. She is wonderful. She works at Educational Justice and is with us part-time. But her entire job is to work with the different groups in this area around event planning and figuring out how we in District 8 can help you all achieve your goals and partner with you on different initiatives. So she's working with the advisory board on the neighborhood nights. She's going to be helping out with some of the community cleanups that I think you'll hear more from Mary Ellen about later. And also we're going to be planning some sort of performance art type thing to happen in August. She was looking at maybe getting some puppeteers, shutting down, a block of Bardstown Road and having a performance art type afternoon. So she's going to be doing some really great stuff, and I'm really excited for you guys to meet her. That is all that I have in terms of, updates that I was going to share. There's obviously a lot going on with the budget. Tomorrow is the public budget hearing. If you have things you want our city to fund or not fund, sign up this afternoon on the clerk's office webpage and come talk to the budget committee about how we should be spending your tax dollars. And I am happy to answer any questions anyone has. Okay. I'll stay on for a little while. I am supposed to have some meetings about the budget briefings later, so I'll probably be hopping off a little bit after 9, but I'll be around for a while. So send me questions in the chat or on email, and good to be with you all.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Cassie. One thing that is coming up on June the 16th, the Highlands Commerce Guild is cooperating with District 8 and all the neighborhood associations. And we're trying to put together a neighborhood night for appreciation and bring back support up and down Bardstown Road. It's an interesting challenge, but I think we've made some good progress, and as details become more available, we'll be hearing more about it. But maybe we can start thinking about saving June 16th for a special night out. So just heads up for some good things coming down the road.
And Aaron, if I can just tell you that I do think that they finalized the 6 musicians, like the buskers that are going to be playing, and the trolley that is going to be going up and down Bardstown Road that night. So yeah. I don't know anyone that doesn't love buskers and trolleys. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Cannot wait and hopefully our weather it looks good so far. The weather on that day looks good at the moment. So there's hope to have fun in the Highlands once again. Today we're very lucky to have Raymond Smith here, and he's with Park Community, and he is the head of a program that's new to help businesses. So Raymond, how about giving us a little details about what you're up to?
Thank you. I appreciate that, Aaron. Let me say good morning to each and every one of you. And it's a blessed privilege to be here with you on today. I appreciate Adema and Karen asking me to be a part of this and to share with you on today of one of the new initiatives that is taking place with Park. So good to see Victor Rowe. Victor mentioned that Vic and I actually used to work together in old banking days. So it's certainly good to see Vic on the call as well. Let me applaud you on what you're doing. When I came on to Park, one of the first initiatives and events that I became a part of was Palooza. And I was brand new to Park, and what a shock. I mean, it just was amazing to be a part of that. I learned the hard way that you can't drive down the street and think you can turn around to get back to the right street. I learned that quickly, but it was a tremendous event. We've continued to be a part of that. My family was here to experience that and just absolutely loved every minute of it. So thank you all for what you do in the community. And I thank those that are serving the way they are. I'm very blessed to be able to say that one of the things that I'm charged with talking about today is the fact that Park has undertaken a new division, a new initiative, and has created a new division that I'm thankful to say that I serve as the president for OROWA Financial. OROWA Financial is an African proverb. It's a Nigerian language from Yoruba that means our wealth. And a part of what we have seen and what we're doing is that we are now the official credit union of the General Association of Baptists in Kentucky. That makes up 500 plus churches and over 175,000 members. And so this initiative is statewide. Again, a tremendous team that works with me to ensure that we're providing the products and services in the communities that these churches, the faith-based community. So it's for the church, for the pastors, it's for the congregation, and for the communities that we serve. We work very closely with this also with our Hispanic community, who has become a part of it as well. And quite frankly, some of our partners that have been with Park have seen the initiative of what Park is doing with this initiative and said, hey, we want to be a part of that because we believe in what you're doing. And so with OROWA, as I said, we're working with these entities, the faith-based community, the individuals that we serve. One of the things that I say all the time is you hear opportunities, and those are great opportunities. But if you don't have access to the opportunities, if you don't have access to capital, it's really not worth the paper you're writing it on. So one of the things that I'm grateful for that we do is create access to opportunities, access to capital by being very creative in some of the products and services that we offer in our community. An example of that is home ownership. People talk about home ownership and the creation of wealth. We all know that. Become homeowners, earn equity, open businesses using equity, continue to expand and grow. Well, one of the things that we've done is been very creative in some of the products and services that I get a chance to share, put together, and lend on. One being what we call a first step mortgage. Many people are trying to take their first step in getting, and I'm not talking about the first time home buyers, I'm talking about a first step mortgage. And many of them just need an opportunity of buying that first home. So we put together a product, and we certainly love it in OROWA, is that we will lend 100% of the purchase price. We do the 100% with no PMI. We assist with $2,000 of the closing costs, and individuals can have a credit score of 585, which when it comes to lending, Vic, you know, that's unheard of. But that's some of the things that we're doing to try to create that opportunity. We're doing it. We have a tremendous program that we call our West End Initiative. And in the West End, many of the properties have been for rental, and individuals have rented there, but are interested in buying, want to buy, but the homes they're in need some renovation. So one of the things that we put together is a West End Initiative. That initiative allows individuals to borrow, again, up to 100% of the purchase price. But now watch this. We also lend an additional $25,000, so 125% loan at 100%, no PMI, we assist with $2,000 of the closing costs. And again, they can have a credit score of 585. Not just the opportunity, but providing an access to that opportunity. So we work again very closely with the churches. The pastors within our Black community have always been and always will be leaders in the community to galvanize and bring people together. And so we've been able to do a lot of workshops and seminars that we're able to showcase these products and services for. Let me give you one more. We believe in listening to the community, right? People that will say, what box, what silo do I fit in? And I say all the time that we don't know there's a box. We don't have a silo. What is it you need? And we'll look to put something together to assist that need. And so one of the other comments that came to me and came to us a little while back was, we'd like to be able to have rental income as well as living in a piece of property. So we created what we call a first key product. The first key is a duplex loan. And the duplex loans allow someone to be able to live into one side, but to be able to rent out the other side, again, at 100% financing, we assist with the $2,000 closing costs. Now, and this one's a little higher on the credit score, but it's only 640. Again, well below what you will see when you're going to borrow money. So those are a couple of things that we do, few things that we do for the business community. And one of the things I tell people all the time is that we're able to lend you anything from $250 to $3 million if you want. But I'm showcasing some of the things that are a little different that OROWA is really focusing on and assisting individuals gain capital, is that we have a small business loan as well that we call a micro commercial loan. Many of our businesses, even today, have a challenge in being able to get the inventory to be able to have the capital to start up again because their doors have been closed for so long. One of the things that we have is that we call a micro commercial loan. The micro commercial loan is put in place to be able to assist any business that needs capital injections, that needs equipment, that needs inventory restocking. This loan is a $10,000 loan. It's set up over a 3-year period of time. It has an interest rate of 3.99%. But we also use it as a teaching tool. And the teaching tool is the importance of borrowing money and paying it back as agreed. When that customer, when that member pays the loan back as agreed, we actually refund them 100% of their interest. And I get asked a question all the time, well, how are you making money on that? We're not making money, we're losing money on that. But with the credit union, it's people helping people, not profit. And when you take care of the people, you become profitable later, right? So we offer a full gamut at OROWA. We are trying to allow individuals to gain the access to capital, access to opportunity, so that they're able to grow individually as well as growing in their businesses. So I'm very grateful, very excited to be a part of this. I'm honored to be named as the president of OROWA, and we're continuing just to simply look to be an aid, a pillar, to be able to assist. I tell people this all the time as I close. My buddy Vic is on there, and I'm glad he's in banking. I'm gonna be looking to partner in. See, we don't look to replace where people are. I say this all the time. We just want to be a tool in your tool belt. You can't build a house with one tool. So we just want to be a tool in your tool belt. Then when you have that financial need, that financial request, that we're able to assist in what you're trying to do. So again, let me say on behalf of OROWA Financial, as the president of that, I'm actually honored, grateful to be a part of this today. Feel free to reach out to me. We've had some, as I mentioned, in the majority of the community that has simply said, we want to be a part of that initiative because it's doing the right thing for the right reasons. And when you do the right thing for the right reasons, things turn out right. So again, I'm so grateful that Park has taken the initiative to do this. I'm honored to be the president. And please, at any point in time, reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to see how I can assist you. So thank you again for allowing me to be a part of this today.
Well, Raymond, we cannot thank you, and congratulations on your new position. Would you please put your contact information in the common, or Amy, help them do it. How's that? Go for it, girl.
I'll be happy to.
You are wonderful.
Thank you.
Well, it's always interesting to learn about something new, and it is a novel approach, the way you're networking in the community, and we're glad to help you get the word out. Next, we have Nick. I see that you're online and your mic is on, but we do have the architect, John Warmack, and how we're going to honor him in the Highlands. So Nick, take it away and let us know what you're up to.
Good morning to everyone again. First, I'd like to give you a little bit of history here. I'm going to drop back a few years. Back in 2016, the Highland Commerce Guild put out a call to artists for a mural competition. And Noah Church, some of you may be familiar with that name. He's a local artist and also does a lot of work in Louisiana, New Orleans. He was selected as the winning artist, and he completed his mural called Spirit of the Highlands, and that is, of course, located on the Old Town Liquors building. And the Highland Commerce Guild thought it would be a good idea, in conjunction with that mural, to add a brass plaque to that wall that would recognize individuals that were instrumental in the success of the Highlands. So basically, it was designed to recognize in memory those individuals for their dedicated efforts to the growth and development of the Highlands of Louisville. The latest person we would like to recognize on that plaque, and we will be adding his name shortly as soon as I get the nameplate from Best Stamp and Seal, is John Warmack. John was a local architect. He had designed at least two buildings in the Highlands. One was the Green Building, which is located where the former self-service car wash was, there at Edgeland and Bardstown Road. And then a little bit further south at the corner of Bardstown Road and Eastern Parkway, he designed not sure if that building has a name per se, but it's the new building, or was a new building at that time. And originally there at the corner, it was the home for Heine Brothers, and then Comfy Cow moved in. And now the latest tenant will be Green District Salads, which is expected to open probably within about 30 days or less. So John was also very active with the overlay district. He was a member of that committee for I think about 10 years and served as chairman for many of those years. I personally did not know John Warmack. And maybe in a few minutes, Deborah can shed a few more words about John. But I know he was very active and he helped preserve the historic elements and unique character of the Highlands. So for that reason, we are very, very glad and proud to be able to honor him and for his commitment and dedication and in keeping the spirit of the Highlands alive. So if anyone has any questions, be glad to answer. Or Deborah, if you'd like to chime in with some, I know you knew John very well and worked with him. And I know that everyone who did work with John was.
Go ahead. You froze.
Spoke very highly of him. Go ahead.
Well, John was one of those people, one of those benchmark individuals that we have had all the way in the history of the quarter, I think. And he not only gave us 2 landmark buildings that replaced 2 pieces of junk, basically, and a billboard, but he loved the quarter. He made his own business home in the building at Bardstown and Eastern Parkway. He believed in it on a daily basis. He invested in it. He had his heart in it. He was very much after the soul of Jim Goodwin and the many people who have gone before it. And maybe if I die soon, my name will be on there someday. But you know, John really was a benchmark individual, and it just breaks my heart that he's not with us anymore. I had a lot of, he really, really commanded the overlay in a way that was not only factual, but open. The meetings were conducted in a very professional manner. He really epitomized what the Bardstown Road overlay was all about. I wish he was still here to dig it out of the grave it's in now, but he really is a lasting benefactor to this quarter, and he deserves every bit of this little plaque that we're going to do for him. So that's my 10 cents.
All right. Well, thank you both for getting that initiated and follow through and additional information. And again, in the past, when you look at it, you know, Jim Goodwin and Doc Gibson, Rosemary Bailey, and Ida Buffett, or Buffett, yeah. It's interesting over time how individuals do make an impact. And so it's our way, at least, keeping the name in among us. All right. Well, as far as general information goes, that is, we have covered all grounds. Again, the contact information, I believe, has been put on the common areas if you want to contact people after we get offline. Now it's time for, well, I think we'll do the drawing before we do shameless promotions. How's that? We are so fortunate. Nick, is Nancy in keeping of the card, or do you have it, Nick?
Nancy has it.
All right. Is Nancy still with us? I know that she got bombarded. And she may have had to exit because I know she had several people just trying to get a hold of her right before the meeting. Well, we cannot thank enough the Nearly New Shop, which Nancy oversees. They're giving us a $25 gift card today. And I don't know if anyone's been down there lately, but they've been revamping and restocking. And I believe it'd be very easy to spend $25 there. So how we've been doing this is that I wrote down in random as I went through the screen. So we have 1 through 22 is a number. And so how about, let's see here. Victor, are you online?
Yeah, hi, Aaron.
Hello. I can honestly say Victor and I have not talked about this. He doesn't even know I'm going to ask him to do this. But between 1 and 22, pick a number.
11.
Well, Karen, you're going to have to go down there and open a new account. It's Karen Wilson. Are you on, Karen?
Yes, I'm on. The pleasure's all mine. Look forward to that. Thanks,
Hey, it's all about Victor. All right. I will let Nancy know that you are the winner of the drawing. I believe the card will be at the counter down there for you, is how she plans to do that.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for tuning. Well, with that excitement, and again, rippling through the community, are there any shameless promotions going on? And it can be, neighborhood, business, sale, up and coming. Someone mentioned area cleanup. So going on that you want to toss out there. We got a few minutes.
Hi, that was me on the neighborhood cleanups. I'm on the committee with the District 8 Advisory Council, and for you guys who don't know what that is, it's all the neighborhoods in the District 8, of which we're a part of. I'm in the Upper Highlands, so the Upper Highlands is right behind Gardner Lane Shopping Center, all the way over to Newburgh and up to the Expressway and Emerson. So we bump up against the Belknap neighborhood. So the committee is looking at doing another cleanup event for all the neighbors to participate in. We're looking at July 10th or 24th, and we would love to partner again with the Highland Commerce Guild for that. And I'll get with you on that. See if those work. And then we'll do another one in the fall, so September, October. We felt like if we did one in July, that might capture some of the debris from fireworks that seemed to fall all over the place. And also because of the bars opening up now, there may be some additional trash that needs to be cleaned up. The last time we did the cleanup in April, there was a lot of trash that needed to be cleaned up, but some areas were completely trash free. So we're hoping that we can continue to do this 3 times a year. So I'll get with you, Aaron, and we'll talk about what dates are best. Is that
Wonderful.
okay?
Oh, outstanding. No, we really enjoyed the last go round and felt just totally amazed the amount of stuff we were able to get moved out.
Great.
Hey, Mary Ellen, can you put your contact information in the chat for us?
Absolutely. I'll do it right now.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And Mr. Tim, I think you did, is it still timely enough? Were you not looking for some tents?
Well, thank you, Aaron. Yes, I was past tense, but I have to give a shout out to Karen Finlinson and all the crew, Adema, over at Park Community for really coming through for us, as well as some other folks that are not in the Commerce Guild, such as Bellarmine Athletics Department and a few other businesses. So we have all of our tents, and it was a wonderful promotion ceremony last night, very colorful. And the parents really had a wonderful experience because they knew right where to go with the tents. And we're going to do it again tomorrow night. So thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Park. Thank you, Karen and Adema.
Well, glad to hear things worked out. And you're going to do it one more time.
Right. So if you're looking for a party, come on over.
Now tell us their times now. This is
5 to 7 o'clock tomorrow night.
And the location is?
Highland Middle School, our bus drive, which runs parallel to Norris Place. And I tell you what, this is half of our class of 21. So they will be lined up around the block, Norris down Speed going towards Newburgh Road. It's everything is different this year, but everybody had a good time last night.
Well, congratulations for creativity and success.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Oh. Anyone else got a little excitement coming?
I got one. Oh, sorry, Miss Rhonda. I'll be
worries.
really quick. I know we all need this. It's been a long year. If you all are like me, I didn't go anywhere for a whole year. I was at home. So Park Community started vacation loans on May 1st. Come and see me at Douglas Loop Branch. Thank you, guys.
All right. And did you put your contact information just in case somebody wants to come and play? All right. Well, unless someone else has an exciting announcement or just general information they want to share, I cannot thank you enough.
Can I tell you about my nonprofit?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm on the board of directors for the Louisville Regional Science and Engineering Fair. And this is this is an annual event on the first Saturday of March where we promote science, technology, engineering, and math for middle school and high school students throughout the state of Kentucky, and they're competing for college stipends. And what I said earlier, this has been around since 1964. And we are looking for board members. Most specifically, we're looking for a lawyer. The board term is 3 years. And we actually had an international winner from Louisville 4 years ago. And he created a 3D printer to print electrical nodes on flexible graphics to improve the pacemaker. So it's an amazing group of kids. And we usually have about 300 kids participate. This year in COVID, we went virtual and we had 324. So it's a great organization and we need board members and volunteers. So just let us know. And we just got BBB accredited.
All right. Well, Rhonda, by all means, put your contact information in the system. All right. Well, if that is the sum total today, great gratitude and thanks for you all tuning in, and look forward to seeing you in person sooner than later. Aaron Gavan signing off.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.